So I'd been 5 years in charge when the invasion occurred in 1982. I was pretty nervous, pretty afraid, and quite scared about what was happening, and I was sort of shaking a bit because I wasn't, wasn't something that you do every day, and you don't expect it when you go into a broadcasting career, when you want to be a sports commentator, that you're going to end up reporting on an invasion of your country. And you just don't, you're not really prepared for it.
You're listening to the Falkland Islands Broadcasting Station, and now here is His Excellency the Governor.
Good evening. There is mounting evidence that the Argentine armed forces are preparing to invade the Falkland Islands.
I opened up the microphone fader and I just said, all you folks out there, you can help me by ringing me and telling me if you can see anything. And the response was fantastic. The people were phoning me and telling me they could see Argentine armoured personnel carriers coming ashore. The first flag went up at Stanley Airport, 4 miles east of the town.
I can see two.
Two Argentine flags flying there?
Yeah, well, they're still fighting it out, I think. There's a lot of smoke blowing around down there.
Yes. Okay, Malcolm.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And the governor was phoning me, telling me what was happening at Government House. And of course, it became a programme, really. It was unrehearsed, no producer, no researchers, no background information, nothing.
That's all for now.
That's the governor again.
And you'll talk to them, will you, sir?
But I'm not walking out. I'm not surrendering to the bloody arches, Patrick. Certainly not.
Fantastic. Well done, sir. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
And then the Argentines phoned in because they wanted to organise a surrender. So suddenly I was there telling people where to go with white flags to meet outside in the town hall in the centre of the town opposite the Catholic Church.
We have heard your message very clearly.
Radio Malvinas Radio, Port Stanley, this is the Argentinian Army Force.
And in between times we were just playing music, anything. And we played odd things like yesterday, All My Troubles Seem So Far Away. And on another occasion, Strangers in the Night. And people really thought that I'd chosen these tracks, and I hadn't. And the BBC even made a programme called Strangers in the Night, because they were convinced that it was chosen. And it wasn't at all.
Well, now I'm going to tell you something about the weather. Okay, don't be surprised. But I'm going to tell you that it's in Stanley here this morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's overcast, the clouds high. It's not a breath of fresh air. Very, well, there's some fresh air, but there's no wind.
But I think it must have been at least 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning before they actually walked into the radio station. So this was about 3 hours of daylight by then, or perhaps a little more. And it was a bit of a surprise to me that they hadn't actually got to the radio station earlier.
Now, the situation, as you might hear, is that the radio station has now been taken over. Just a minute. If you take the gun out of my back, I'm going to transmit that news. If you take the gun away. But I'm not speaking with the gun in my back. Islas Malvinas, April the 2nd, 1982.
Argentinians let you continue the program.
Yeah, they sort of accepted that I was still in touch with the governor, and that the governor could still be heard, although he had been virtually relieved of his duties, but to us he was still the governor, and that's what I kept saying to him. Well, the governor's got to go on now, so they sort of went ahead and let me do it, let me put the governor on. Yeah.
Hello? Yes, sir? So, yeah, I've just been taken over by the Argentines. His Excellency the Governor is on the line now, and he's going to speak to you.
Hello, Governors and Islanders. I hope that you can hear me on the phone. If we'd had anything like comparable force, we'd have thrown them back into the sea.
Yes, sir. What action do you think the British government might take at this moment, sir?
Well, If they've got to declare war, I would think, against Argentine. They can't allow a piece of British sovereign territory to be taken over like this by force. It's completely reprehensible, as I said, and as I told the Admiral.
Right, sir. Can you give me some direction now, sir, of what I should do? Should I obey here in the radio?
Yes, please, Patrick, I think,
obey these people?
I think for the sake of the islands, it's necessary for you to keep up the Falklands Broadcasting Service and keep it going. As you say, I think you've done it, I don't know how many hours you've been on it, I think you've done a tremendous job.
I just kept coming in, except for the last 3 days, the 12th, 13th and 14th, because it was just too dangerous. And then suddenly on the 14th of June, in the morning, it suddenly went deathly quiet. We'd been liberated. Brilliant.
What did you do after the war?
I carried on broadcasting.
You live half of the year in the Falklands, right?
Well, I like to say 7 months in the Falklands and 5 months in the Netherlands. Yeah, which I enjoy very much. It's a lovely country, great people, and they're very kind to me. My wife's Dutch, so that helps a bit. But and they put up with the fact that I don't speak Dutch at all. And I support a football team called FC Den Bosch, which is the best team in Holland. And, you know, I just love going there and watching them. And I go to Arnhem and watch Vitesse, which is my next favourite team. And I'm just so well looked after by the people in Holland. And I've got so many nice friends at the football clubs that it's a pleasure to be there.